Oh shit, we're live. What's up, you guys? I think. Yes. Sweet. Where was I? All right, you guys. Hello. Welcome back. We sure are slamming the YouTube tonight, aren't we? We're burning sage, or not sage. We're burning frankincense tonight. You gotta do it well, you know what I mean? Hello. I didn't do the intro. My bad. I didn't do the intro. I'm Keith, your man of letters, here to bring you knowledge, information, entertainment. If you're new, welcome to the squad. We take about 10 minutes to start to give people a chance to get in here, give or take a minute or so. So feel free to skip ahead if you're not watching this on the live. For all the old cats, what's cracking? What a do-do, boo-boos? Hope you guys are doing well. Thanks for coming back. Probably just saw a bunch of you a few seconds ago because I just ended another live to start this one. This particular live is special though because we're finishing the Kybalion. And we've been reading it for a few weeks now, so this is definitely something to celebrate. Get the smoke out of the main damn screen over here, lighting shit on fire. But we'll give it some boost. Also, forgive me. I have a case of the sniffs. Where are we? Oh, here we are. Isn't that just great? Welcome back, everybody. I forgot to tell you that tonight we're going to be reading in an Irish accent. Well, because it would be great if we did it that way, just to sort of stir things up, you know what I mean? It's not like we're all children of the earth anyways. We can pick up any accent as long as you can focus on it, you know what I mean? I have no idea why I have an Irish accent, you guys. Shit just comes through sometimes. Never been to Ireland. I don't even know Irish people. But for some reason, my Irish accent sounds great. Could pass for an Irishman if, as long as it wasn't in Ireland. Then they would be like, "Oh, you don't sound like you're from Ireland at all. You sound like you're from America with a sort of weird American accent." I could probably pass in the States. John Smith, what's up? Nethry, what's cracking? Wait, everyone did get the memo that we were ending the live and then starting it right back up again, right? That was a thing. I hope that was a thing. If not, we dismissed our entire squad. What do you think, you guys? There's two of us in here. What is it? John Smith and Nethery? Is that who's holding it down? Yeah, I thought that was the thing too. What do you think? Should we run it? Should we run it tomorrow when there's more people in here? Like, what do you think? Like, what's cracking? All right, what up? I can't even smell this right now. There it is, actually. Man, I love the smell of that. Oh, damn, really? Bummer. YouTube still hating. Like, damn, Keith started another YouTube channel. What up, Alchemy? What up, Art? Welcome back, squad. This chapter is short. This chapter is relatively short, so it shouldn't take us too long. Doodle 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 doo. That algorithm. Lottie Taro, dread, Lottie dreadlock, dreadlocks Congo bongo eye, dreadlocks in a Babylon. Ooh, Lottie. All right, we're all jazzed out. Let's see what else we got cracking here. I'm going out on a limb on this one, you guys. I'm going out on a limb on this one. We'll see. It might turn out pretty dope. What I'm about to put on, it might not. It might be a little too much. But we'll see right now, right? No. Damn, motherfucking, my nose is getting more congested as we go on. Ooh. Okay, you guys. Little Taro family looking for freeform jet. Oh, Lottie Taro, were you the one that got mad because you said you wasted 12 minutes watching that freeform dreadlock routine video? My bad. Okay, we're just gonna start, you guys, because it's short. Because life is short. And I don't want to wait. I don't wanna wait. I don't wanna wait. Damn, got the straight hands going right now, though. Do you think we can read from the Kybalion and listen to Bob Marley instrumental music in the background, or is that too much? I feel like it could go either way. Napkins. I do need napkins. Thanks, Lottie. I appreciate that. I've been getting the feeling that I need to do more dreadlock videos because I feel a lot of people come to this channel because of the dreadlocks, and they're like, "Fuck's this dude reading from random ass, dumbass old books? I'm trying to learn about dreadlocks. He's over here reading about fucking fictional characters and shit." So, plus it's been a while. It may clash, but fuck it. We'll see. We'll read a couple chapters, you guys. You ready? Actually, if you're gonna do it, might as well do it right, right? You got Bob playing in the background. Light up that oregano if you guys. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the one and only The Readings by Candlelight. Brought to you tonight by Bob Marley. So sit back, relax, kick back your shoes, take them off, stay a while, pour your glass of wine, roll up the oregano, and get ready for the last chapter of the Kybalion. I'm your host, Keith, your man of letters. And thank you guys for being here. Chapter 15. Hermetic Axioms. The possession of knowledge, unless accompanied by a manifestation and expression in action, is like the hoarding of precious metals, a vain and foolish thing. Knowledge, like wealth, is intended for use. The law of use is universal, and he who violates it suffers by reason of his conflict with natural forces. Let me know if it's too loud. The Hermetic teachings, while always having been kept securely locked up in the minds of the fortunate possessors thereof, for reasons which we have already stated, were never intended to be merely stored away and secreted. The law of use is dwelt upon in the teachings, as you may see by reference to the above quotation from the Kybalion, which states it forcibly. Knowledge without use and expression is a vain thing. That's funny, vain. The song's called Waiting in Vain. Bringing no good to its possessor or to the race. Beware of mental miserliness and express into action that which you have learned. Study the axioms and aphorisms, but practice them also. We give below some of the more important Hermetic axioms from the Kybalion, with a few comments added to each. Make these your own and practice and use them, for they are not really your own until you have used them. To change your mood or mental state, change your vibration. Okay, so before we go on, you guys, this last chapter is called Mental Axioms. And if you don't know what an axiom is like, don't quote me, but quote me. An axiom is like a one-word abbreviation of a concept. Not one word, a one-sentence abbreviation of a concept. Like teach a man or give a man a fish, feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish, feed him for a lifetime. That's an axiom, right? It's like one phrase that says a whole bunch of shit. That's this whole chapter is that. So we're just going to go over chapters. So in other words, these are like gold. We're just wrapping up everything we've learned. For example, we learned that your mood your mental state, your emotions are subject to change according to the law of rhythm. We can't stop the law of rhythm, but to change your mood or mental state, you got to change your vibration. Remember, because everything has a matching frequency, and changing the frequency changes the thing. So that's what we're going to do from here on for the rest of the chapter. Is we're going to read axioms that are... Sorry, my sniffling must be driving you crazy. We're reading axioms that summarize each lesson. So we'll continue on. One may change his mental vibrations by an effort of will in the direction of deliberately fixing the attention upon a more desirable state. Will directs the attention, and attention changes the vibration. Cultivate the art of attention by means of the will, and you have solved the secret of the mastery of moods and mental states. My God, you guys, I can't believe I'm reading this lightly. It's like Bob Marley playing in the background and like, oh, it's so chill and vibey in here. That's all good and dandy. But you guys, fucking, this shit's gold right here. Like, to be a master of your own mind is the name of the game. You guys, focus is golden. Attention is golden. These things are fucking everything. Your attention is everything. And your attention is guided by your will. Therefore, your will is not everything, but it's almost everything. To destroy an undesirable rate of mental vibration, put into operation the principle of polarity and concentrate upon the opposite pole to that which you desire to suppress. Kill out the undesirable by changing its polarity. In other words, if you're experiencing sadness, you need to change your vibration out of sadness. What dictates vibration? Everything. Because everything influences everything else to some degree. And the influence is a sort of frequency, a sort of vibration. If you're a very sad person, depressed person, your thoughts, everything you're doing is surrounded with the frequency of sadness. This is why they say you guys have to be mindful of the people you hang out with, mindful of the things that you read, mindful of the thoughts that you have, because the thoughts themselves are vibrations. You got to be mindful of all the things that you're placing your attention on, because your attention is a manifester. Your attention brings things to life. That's the power of attention. So don't worry. Right? Woke up this morning, looked at the rising sun. 3 little birds were at my doorstep, singing sweet songs, melody, pure and through and through. And this is why people love Bob Marley so much. The love and happiness generated by this man, when he could have complained about so much, he had reasonable cause to complain and be bitter about all the goings on in his life. But what did he do? He focused on love. He focused on community, unity, brotherhood, sisterhood, spreading these messages of love. And what did he do? What is Bob Marley now known by? Love, unity. He could have gone in either direction. Just like every person in this world can go in either direction. We've all been depressed. We've all been happy. We've all been angry. We've all been calm. We've all been excited. We've all been not excited, fearful, courageous. We always have the choice. And while the choice is not always easy to make, what is easy, or what I should say, what is simple, choice may be difficult, but what is simple is controlling your thoughts. What's simple is learning how important your focus and attention is. Right? That's simple. It's not easy, It's not easy to train yourself to be attentive to exactly what you're supposed to be paying attention to. It's not easy to 100% of the time be focusing on what you need to be focusing on, but it's not rocket science, right? It's simple. It's one step. Focus. It's just nothing more simple than that. Simple and easy don't always equate, which is the point I'm trying to make. So it all starts in the mind, and emotions are the most powerful forms of energy you guys will ever come across. You will ever come across are your emotions. Fear has driven mankind to great intelligences. Courage has driven mankind to do wonderful things. Love, happiness, all these things drive us. Nothing else does. But it's equally as destructive as it is creative. So we got to be masters of those things and not be swept away by them. So we'll carry on. Sorry, guys. I checked your guys' comments to make sure that everything was going smooth. Like, Keith, we can't hear anything. You've been talking for half an hour and we haven't heard shit. Okay. Carrying on. This is one of the most important of the Hermetic formulas, referring to the controlling the mind. It is based upon true scientific principles. We have shown you that a mental state and its opposite were merely the two poles of one thing, and that by mental transmutation the polarity might be reversed. This principle is known to modern psychologists, who apply it to the breaking up of undesirable habits by bidding their students concentrate upon the opposite quality. If you are possessed of fear, do not waste time in trying to kill out fear, but instead cultivate the quality of courage, and the fear will disappear. Again, focusing on what you want, not what you don't want. Sorry, it's a busy street next to me. The reverse is true also, as many have found out to their sorrow when they have allowed themselves to vibrate too constantly on the negative pole of things. By changing your polarity, you may master your moods, change your mental states, remake your disposition, and build up character. Much of the mental mastery of the advanced Hermetics is due to the application of polarity, which is one of the important aspects of mental transmutation. Remember the Hermetic axiom, which says mind, as well as metals and elements, may be transmuted from one state to another, degree to degree, condition to condition, pole to pole, vibration to vibration. The mastery of polarization is the mastery of fundamental principles of mental transmutation or mental alchemy. For unless one acquires the art of changing his own polarity, he will be unable to affect his environment. An understanding of this principle will enable one to change his own polarity as well as that of others. He will but devote the time, care, study, and practice necessary to master the art. The principle is true, but the results obtained depend upon the persistent patience and practice of the student. Rhythm, this is a quote, rhythm may be neutralized by an application of the art of polarization. From the very first time I placed my eyes on you, girl, my heart says follow through. All right. Carrying on. It may be coming out weird on your guys' end, but I'm liking the reggae in the background because it's almost like the text can be a little serious, but Bob is like, "Hey, come on, man, take it easy, take it easy, I mean, lighten the mood a little bit." He's like, "Hey, Rasta." Okay. Anywho, as we have explained in previous chapters, the Hermeticists hold that the principle of rhythm manifests on the mental plane as well as the physical, and that the bewildering succession of moods, feelings, emotions, and other mental states are due to the backward and forward swing of the mental pendulum. Because that's the law of rhythm, right? Rhythm is that everything swings back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, hot, cold, night, day, happy, sad, passive, active. It's like music, right? It has to, though, right? It's a good thing. It's what keeps the world moving. Imagine if music was like music is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. See, it's a rhythm. Like it creates a rhythm with the differences. The differences create the rhythm. Imagine instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, it was just like 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. That sounds fucking awful. Maybe it sounds good for a little bit, but like there's no difference, right? There's no difference. It's just sameness forever. But add differences, add space and not space, especially reggae music, right? Reggae music is all about space. That's what, if you guys don't know much of reggae music origin, is it used to be ska. Ska music came first. But ska was like wow, 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 much more upbeat, much faster, much less space. And Bob and the squad were like, nah, we need to chill that out. So they cut it in half, cut it halftime. So it's instead of wow, wow, or like wow, 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 it's wow, 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 more space. And notice how much more groovy it is with the space, right? Johann Sebastian Bach said, along with other composers, that it's not the notes that you play in music that makes it good. It's the notes that you don't play. It's the space between the notes. It's the intervals between the notes. It's the space between. It's the differences between the notes that really make music. Because the not is just as important as the is, right? The is wouldn't be without a not, right? If there was no, I, never mind. Just know that rhythm is essential. The only problem is that because there's a constant swing back and forth on every plane of existence, it happens in the mind, the mental plane, which means your emotions go back and forth. But we rise above, right? We neutralize that swing with polarization, using law against law, right? We use law against law. So the advanced Hermeticist polarizes himself at the positive pole of his being, the I am pole, rather than the pole of personality, and by refusing and denying the operation of rhythm, raises himself above its plane of consciousness. And standing firm in his statement of being, he allows the pendulum to swing back on the lower plane without changing his polarity. This is accomplished by all individuals who have attained any degree of self-mastery, whether they understand the law or not. Such persons simply refuse to allow themselves to be swung back by the pendulum of mood and emotion, and by steadfastly affirming the superiority, they remain polarized on the positive pole. The master, of course, attains a far greater degree of proficiency because he understands the law which he is overcoming by a higher law, and by the use of his will he attains a degree of poise and mental steadfastness almost impossible of belief on the part of those who allow themselves to be swung backward and forward by the mental pendulum of moods and feelings. Okay, so the Hermeticists believe that there's two parts to you. There's the me and the I. And you could break it down as in the I is spirit and the me is the ego. The ego is sort of the lens, the individualness of you. Well, what it's saying is that to control it, we swing towards the I. Forget the me, forget your clothes, forget your skin color, forget your accent, forget um your identity, basically. Forget your identity and go deeper. Go to the I. Who's looking through your eyes? You know, when you talk about your skin color, you're not your skin color. Your skin color belongs to you. Who is the you that it belongs to? Who is the I right behind everything? That's the truest you. So, to avoid the swing of the emotions in the pendulum, we concentrate on our spirit, basically, our soul. What makes us, what's deeper, right? Polarize to that, because that is less susceptible to the swing of the physical world, because it's on a higher plane than the physical world. So we ascend, in other words, or transcend. We don't stop the swing of rhythm, but we rise above the swing of the pendulum, so that when it swings away, it doesn't take us with it. So this is more or less what adepts do, is what that paragraph should said. It said the adepts rise above the swing, whereas the masters do some shit that we can't even comprehend because I guess we're too dumb. Where are we? We're almost done. I know I'm talking a lot in this one, but it's the last chapter and we're wrapping it up. It's like it's important that you guys get this. So remember always that you do not really destroy the principle of rhythm, for that it is indestructible. You simply overcome one law by counterbalancing it with another and thus maintain an equilibrium. See, using one law against the other, still keeping balance, right? We want to keep balance. That's rhythm's job. Rhythm keeps balance to the world. As soon as you fuck up balance, when rhythm does find its way back, depending upon how bad you fucked up the balance, is how bad karma, in other words, is going to smack you in the back of the head. So try to stay balanced, right? When you are doing anything. It says, nothing escapes the principle of cause and effect, but there are many planes of causation, and one may use the laws of the higher to overcome the laws of the lower. What happened to my Bob Marley instrumental? This one sucks. What is this? Sorry, guys. So you can't trust these YouTubers anymore. I feel like 5-6 years ago when someone made a playlist on YouTube, it was really well done. Like people were about the quality back then. I feel like now on YouTube, people just throw whatever the hell they can up just so that they can be on the map. Anywho, by an understanding of the practice of polarization, the Hermeticists rise to a higher plane of causation and thus counterbalance the laws of the lower planes of causation. By rising above the plane of ordinary cause, they become themselves, in a degree, causes instead of being merely caused. So causes instead of effects. By being able to master their own moods and feelings, and by being able to neutralize rhythm, as we have already explained, they are able to escape a great part of the operation of cause and effect on the ordinary plane. The masses of people are carried along, obedient to their environment, the wills and desires of others stronger than themselves, the effects of inherited tendencies, the suggestions of those about them, and other outward causes which tend to move them about on the chessboard of life like mere pawns. Basically, people who give too much fucks about other people's opinions about them and can't really be of their own volition. By rising above these influencing causes, the advanced Hermeticists seek a higher plane of mental action, and by dominating their moods, emotions, impulses, and feelings, they create for themselves new characters, new qualities and powers, by which they overcome their ordinary environment and thus become practically players instead of mere pawns. Such people help to play the game of life understandingly, instead of being moved about this way and that way by stronger influences and powers and wills. They use the principle of cause and effect instead of being used by it. Of course, even the highest are subject to the principle as it manifests on the higher planes as well, but on the lower planes of activity, they are masters instead of slaves. As the Kybalion says, the wise ones serve on, this is important, listen to this. This is what I think of when I think of the Illuminati and Trump doing weird rituals in the Bohemian Grove of these like elites doing rituals. Like, who are they doing rituals to? They're already at the top of the food chain. Who are they talking to, right? And this is what it might be alluding to. The wise ones serve on the higher, but rule on the lower. They obey the laws coming from above them, but on their own plane and those below them, they rule and give orders. And yet, in doing so, they form a part of the principle instead of opposing it. The wise man falls in line with the law, and by understanding its movements, he operates it instead of being its blind slave. Just as he does the skilled swimmer churn this way and that way, going and coming as he will, instead of as the log which is carried here and there. So is the wise man as compared to the ordinary man. And yet both swimmer and log, wise man and fool, are subject to law. He who understands this is well on the road to mastery. In conclusion, wait, we gotta end with the jam. Heh. Otra vez. Okay, you ready? Listo? Here we go. In conclusion, let us call again your attention to the Hermetic axiom. True Hermetic transmutation is a mental art. And the above axiom, the Hermeticist teaches that the great work of influencing one's environment is accomplished by mental power. The universe being wholly mental, it follows that it may be ruled only by mentality. And this truth is to be found an explanation of all the phenomena and manifestations of the various mental powers which are attracting so much attention and study in these earlier years of the 20th century. Back of and under the teachings of the various cults and schools remains ever constant the principle of the mental substance of the universe. If the universe be mental in its substantial nature, then it follows that mental transmutation must change the conditions and phenomena of the universe. If the universe is mental, then mind must be the highest power affecting its phenomena. If this be understood, then all the so-called miracles and wonder workings are seen plainly for what they are. The all is mind. The universe is mental. Fini. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. I'll be here. I'll be here all week. Please no flash photography. Please no flash photography. Yes, I would love to. I would love to autograph your pretzel. I love pretzels. Salted, please, no cheese, butter. Thank you guys. No recording either. Thank you. No flash photography, no recording. Polaroid, Jakku. My boy with the Polaroid. What up? But seriously, you guys, thanks for being here. We finished it. It's not even 10 o'clock yet. And we finished it. And we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello? There. Damn, I'm hungry as hell right now. Currently catching up to your guys' comments right now. Give me a second. Um, um, Flipping their pancake if a student wasn't a difficult emotion. I like that. Yeah, the music contrast did have a nice little dynamic to the book, didn't it? Um, I in yoga, lower self and higher self. I also in reggae. Siri Salavi, Bell Rodriguez, what's up, you guys? Not Infinite Waters. We all recognize my boy Ralph. All right, I can like pretty much not breathe out of my nose at all right now. Oh, we need to chill down a little bit. So cool, you guys. Any more questions? What's cracking? We fucking killed it. Ow, all of a sudden, our watch count jumped up. Now you guys want to chime in? We're done with the book. Now everyone wants to come kick it. Get that good prana. Get that good ass prana. Not just any old prana. Ass prana. That's what we're gonna. You gotta get that good ass prana. I don't know what ass prana is. I don't think I want to know what ass prana is, but you gotta get some of it nonetheless. Hola, myself. But do you guys have any more questions? How you guys feeling? Be in nature, surrounded by greenhouse endeavors at all times. Do. Uh, all right, you guys. We're done with the Kybalion. We can read anything we want now. I was thinking of reading The Science of Getting Rich so that we could all make some goddamn money. A lot of it. That way we can have more time to do cool things like go to glow in the dark bioluminescent caves in New Zealand. Like grow forests in the middle of the desert. It's always been a big dream of mine. Building a castle with a moat and have mariachi Mondays where a mariachi band comes and plays for the people, and the people that work at the castle are going to be geniuses from around the world, of which I give them an unlimited amount of money so they can invent cool shit. Just one of the bucket list things that I want to do. And We need money to do all that. So maybe we'll read The Science of Getting Rich next time. But the Book of One by Ra is one that I would like to get at as well. So many different things we could read, you guys. My diet, am I vegan? Absolutely not. I'm not vegan. I know. I almost feel like the longer I've gone on as a YouTuber who talks about things in the spiritual world, not necessarily that I'm a spiritual YouTuber, but that I talk about spiritual things, I almost fucking let people down when they ask me if I'm vegan and I tell them no. I'm like, damn, I'm not. My dad makes the best homemade beef jerky you will ever eat in your entire life. And um, yeah. My favorite book, just like my all-time favorite book. My all-time favorite book is probably Harry Potter. Not Harry Potter. Lord of the Rings. Harry Potter I liked a lot too. But Lord of the Rings seems to have stuck longer than Harry Potter did. Though Harry Potter did have a beautiful world attached to it. I like fiction a lot. I like good fiction stories a lot. Fantasy in particular, but I'm down for sci-fi too. Um, yeah. Blessings to Live Studio. Raw Book of One, make money quick. It doesn't even have to necessarily be make money quick, as long as I just make a lot of it over any amount of time. Preferably the sooner the better. But oh man, beef jerky is. It tastes so good. We're probably gonna start selling it because we've been making. My grandpa started making it forever ago. Now my dad makes it. Every soul we give that beef jerky to, they're like, Jesus Christ, this is amazing. You need to start selling this shit. And it is. It really is amazing. Um, my zodiac is an Aries, Lati. I need to start bringing snacks with me when I do these lives. Holy shit! I've been on a live for like 4 hours, you guys, between the two lives that I just ran. It's a lot of streaming in one evening. That's a lot of streaming in an evening. Pisces Nation. My moon is in Pisces. Um, we don't use a soaker. We just use a pilot light in an oven. Like you don't get fancy with it. Um, I'm pretty sure my dad really wants to build a smokehouse though for the beef jerky. That would definitely step up our game. Dang, how many Pisces we have in the room right now? Okay, Sagittarius and Scorpio ascendant. Got a lot of Pisces in the room. A lot of Pisces in the room. Holy shit, that's interesting. Very interesting. No, Babe is with Mama up at her spot. Lompoc. You guys don't know what that is. But Baby's up with Mama like an hour north of here right now. They'll be back down on I'm not sure when, in the next couple days. I got a Pisces moon, so I fuck with y'all. I'm down for the Pisces. All you empathetic stay in your houses at night and live in your fantasy world, Pisces Nation, just holding it down in the matter letters section right now. Pisces, Sun, and Venus. The question is, do you think it's going backwards to change your path to one you used to be on? Asks Dark Moon 999. No. No. It's not going backwards at all. Unless it's not the right move. I don't know. It could be going forward if it's the right move. It's hard to say. But admitting you're wrong is never a bad thing. And even if you have to admit that you were wrong more than once. It sounds like you started off as one thing, you're like, no, it's wrong, it's this thing. And you're like, no, it's actually wrong. Again, it's actually the first. There's nothing. Progress is progress. Doesn't matter what the fuck it looks like. You have all of eternity to hit oneness, to ascend, right? All the lifetimes in the world, all the existences in infinity, and some. You guys, the road to success is not a straight one. It doesn't matter if you're starting a business or if you're on a spiritual journey or if you're fucking trying to potty train a dog or a child. Anything, fucking anything. You're gonna fuck up. You're gonna question yourself. You're gonna go back to your old ways, thinking they're better, and be wrong, or you're gonna go back to old ways, thinking that they're better and be right. Like, I don't know. That's fucking life. There's 1,000 roads to take. Some go forward, some go backwards, some go into other dimensions. Some you get fucking kidnapped by UFOs. I don't know, man. Like, all you can do is what seems right and what feels right. Use your mind, use your gut. Use both, use everything you got. Use your intellect, use your heart. And make a goddamn decision and don't second guess it. Because what's worse than a bad decision is no decision. I learned that from my high school baseball coach. And again, this is so true that it applies to everything. I was a catcher in high school, well, throughout college too. I played baseball as a catcher, the guy that wears all the gear and catches the ball from the pitcher. It's the catcher's job to know everyone's role on the field. So there's 9 players on the field. I had to know what each one of those 9 players had to do at any given point, at any given situation. It's 1,000 different situations and 1,000 variations of each situation and what everyone's supposed to do. I had to know everything. So what would happen is the play would start and I'd have to step out onto the plate, right? Home plate. I'd have to step onto it, look at the entire field, and within a split second, scan the field, figure out what needed to be done, look at the other guy, the other team. What's the other team? Is he fast? Is he slow? Did he trip? Did he fall? Is he what's happening? What are we doing? Is it good? Does he have a good arm? Is he fucking up? Did he fall? What's going on? I would be thinking so much I wouldn't make a decision. My coach just got fucking pissed and he's like, grab my mask. Like, God damn it, you knew. He's like, make a decision. Like, shook my mask. Make a decision. He's like, I don't care if you make the wrong decision. Just make a decision. He's like, Keith, you have to get used to making quick decisions. First, make a quick decision and then learn how to do the right one or wrong one. Because at least in my case, the ability to choose 1,000 different things paralyzed me, like it does for everyone. It's what kind of sucks about the spiritual world, and it's why I think so many people are like depressed in the spiritual world, or they're so hung up in the spiritual world. It's because we're taught in the spiritual world that we can have anything that we want, that we can be anything that we want, that we are infinite beings, infinite creatures, and the sky is the limit. That's true. But what goes unsaid is because we have so much choice, we get choice paralysis. And get so caught up in, should I do this or should I do that? And we're so caught up in, even after we make the decision, was this the right decision? Was this the bad decision? Should I have gone with this? Oh my God, what if I would have gone with that? My life would be like this. Oh man, maybe I fucked up. What do I do now? I don't know. There's 1,000 other things I can do now. Well, I don't want to fuck up again. Like, how do I? And then people just get stuck and they get frozen. And then they turn on the YouTube and try to listen for the spiritual talks. And they go, why are you so sad and worried? You can be anything. You could be an alien that abducts cows in the field and drains their organs and shit. You could be a chupacabra if you wanted. You could be the goat sucker. Um, you could be, and it doesn't help the cause because you're going, well, yeah, no shit. I know I can be anything, but like, what do I do? And there's a very long-winded way of saying, um, of answering your question. Actually, which was originally, what was your question? Going back on something is going backwards. Going to an old pattern is going backwards. I don't fucking know, man. I don't know. Only you can answer that question. Is it? Do you feel like you're going backwards, or are you just overthinking the situation? Or is your pride getting in the way and you're like, oh, I'm gonna feel stupid because I'm going back on something that I said was wrong, and now I have to like admit that I was wrong and I'll look silly, you know what I mean? What's the issue? What's the issue? I don't know in your case, so I can't really answer that question. All I can answer is, if you genuinely feel like it's the right move and it genuinely is helping you get forward in life, then fuck yeah, it's progressive and not regressive. So I hope that helped. Hey, Lottie Tarot, my Venus is in Gemini too. It is quite the struggle, isn't it? Um, Dark Moon, your son was a catcher? Nice. Hey, you guys all played ball, third base and pitcher? Nice. So, damn, we got a bunch of ball players in the room. We got a bunch of Piscean ball players in this room. See? This is not coincidence. I feel you on the Aries. Hmm. Ting. Okay, you guys. Um, that does it. That does it for the night. I'm spent. I'm tired. I'm hungry. I'm sick. Tired. My dog got shot. What movie is that from? My son got shot. Tired. My dog died. Um, Thanks for joining the live again. Appreciate it. Thanks for chilling with us at the finale of the Kybalion. You guys have a good night. If you haven't taken your dream drops, take them now. Me and John Smith are already ahead of you. We're meeting in the glow in the dark caves in New Zealand. So, yeah, that's that. Yeah. Buenas noches, you guys.